Yoga with Shan. This week we are building on what we have already been working on, and we're going to do a really dynamic class. So it'll be a little bit shorter than our other classes, but you'll really start to feel your heart rate rise, your cardiovascular system start to work out a bit more, and that strength in your muscles is going to increase at the same time as your flexibility. So come and join me on your mat, taking a moment just to arrive here. Again, we're extending through our quads, drawing your spine long as you inhale and as you exhale, drawing that navel in towards your spine, closing your eyes, just arriving here, bringing your awareness to your breath and inhaling your arms up and over your head, palms touch, exhaling them back down. Inhaling your arms up and over your head, exhale, palms down. Inhale, arms up over your head, exhale, palms down. Inhale, arms up, and this time take that right hand over to the left knee, keeping your gaze low, your eyes closed, but chin to your left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand to right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, gaze over left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. And exhaling, left hand to the right knee, gaze over your right shoulder, back to center, hands coming up and bringing them back behind you, shoulder blades drawing together, taking a big circle as you come forward with your hands, really drawing that navel to spine, inhaling out, opening right up with your hands, opening through that chest and hunching over those shoulders, opening through your shoulder blades. Arms up overhead and arms wide behind you, coming to stop. Take your right hand onto your left ear. Don't push any weight on, just the weight of your hand is enough. Draw your head over to the right side, just feeling that extension in the left side of your neck. Take your hand off, left hand to the right side, just the weight of your hand, and then your arm down, coming to a standing position. We've been working on our Surya Namaskar A and B, and so this will take us through a variation of our Surya Namaskars. So coming to stand in your mountain pose, big toes together, heels apart, draw up with your toes, draw up through your arches. Automatically your thighs engage, your pelvis tilts down, shoulder blades down the back, draw that abdomen in, neck is long, chins relaxed, jaws relaxed, and inhaling your arms up. And exhaling, knees bent into your forward fold. Inhaling into straight back. You can straighten your knees. Exhale back into your forward fold. Inhaling up into your Utkatasana chair pose. Now this pose is very strong. You can either have, I'll come to face you, your legs hip width apart, if that's more comfortable, or you can keep your toes together and your heels slightly apart. I like to keep my legs at hip width here. In this chair pose, you're really pressing through your sit bones drawing up through your fingertips. Gaze can be straight ahead or slightly up. And then exhaling down into a forward fold. Now take hold of your elbows here and just gently rock from side to side. You can really feel the elongation through your sciatic nerve here. It's really important to work on these areas when there's no problems as a preventative measure. Just shake your head no, nod your head yes, making sure that your neck is properly relaxed, and just breathe. On your next inhalation, bending through the knees, drawing back up into Utkatasana chair pose, taking a moment to really feel those feet pressing firmly into the mat. Lift your toes and then press the whole foot in, grounding down through your heels, pressing through your tailbone. Draw your abdomen towards your spine, jaw is soft. Gaze is soft. And on your next inhalation, drawing down further and then folding forwards into your forwards fold. This time taking your palms underneath your feet or hooking your fingers around your big toes. And the lovely thing about doing this is you can then really work on opening through those shoulder blades. And then relaxing down with the crown of your head, just letting it fall forward. Feeling the elongation through the backs of your legs. Legs are really engaged. And on your next inhalation, drawing yourself back up into your final Utkatasana. I'm going to come back to the front of my mat because we'll take ourselves through the movements in a moment after this. So really pressing through that tailbone down towards the very back of your mat. Arms are long. This is a very uncomfortable position, but it is so important to build up that strength in our legs. We've worked so hard on opening that fascia, the connective tissue, and now we really want to build some strength. And exhaling forwards into your forward fold, and then inhaling up to halfway, keeping your back straight. Fold forward, press through your hands, and step or jump yourself back into your downward dog. Excuse me, I just need to unhook my hands. Take a moment. In this down dog, just bend your knees, tilt your sit bones up to the sky, drawing through your arms. Then lengthen the legs, bend the arms, rotate those shoulder blades outwards, press firmly through your fingertips, through your thumbs. We're going to move forward into plank in an inhalation, and let's drop to our knees, chest and chin, and then inhale ourselves up into our gentle cobra, and then press ourselves right back into that down dog again. Now from here we're going to move through a sequence that we've been building to with our 4 positions, and then we'll flow it today. So let's inhale that right foot high, keep that toe pointing down towards the mat. Exhale your navel to spine. Inhale, step that right foot forward. Lift yourself up and bring your arms overhead in your high runner's lunge. This is lovely. You can even take a moment to take that right hand and press it into your right hip point, because that really helps you stay focused on the front and draw through this opening in your left thigh, your hip flexor. And on your next exhalation, let's move into our warrior two. Taking a moment to check that that right heel is in alignment with the arch of your left foot. Left foot is at 45 degrees. Looking over your left middle finger and then over your right middle finger. Shoulder blades relax down the back, gaze soft. Just feeling the opening here. Keeping your whole front body facing the long side of your mat. It's a lovely opening through this whole chest region. And as you exhale, coming into that side angle, feeling the elongation from the tip of the finger all the way down through that tricep, through your armpit, rib cage, hip, through all the side of this whole left leg into the left foot, which is really your foundation here. When you draw up through all of these muscles, your feet just feel as though they are balancing you here, and the rest of your body is so engaged. And then inhaling, that left hand, slide it down your left leg and really take that right arm with intention. Follow your hand over your head slowly to where it's comfortable. You can take your gaze then under your armpit as you really drop down into your peaceful warrior. Breathing deep here, trying to always breathe through your nose, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then inhaling yourself up, bringing those arms down, really planting your palms on either side of your right foot, taking a moment here to really take that weight into your hands before you take it back into down dog, and then coming forwards, and we'll come through our chaturanga practice. So drop your knees, take your chest and chin, and then scoop yourself through, keeping those elbows in tight, and then draw your shoulder blades back, hands coming off the mat, and then coming to rest in your flapping fish, forehead to your hands. Toes are together, heels out to the side. And on your next inhalation, lifting your head up. Take your hands under your shoulders. Press those sit bones towards your heels as you come back up into your downward dog. Inhale your left foot high. Keep your toe pointing down towards the earth. Exhale your navel to spine, and then draw that foot to the front. I'll just turn myself around so that I, this time, don't have my back to you. Here, just taking a moment before you lift your hands up to press with that heel. It's as if you have a wall behind you. Really press into it. Draw up through the calf, the back of the knee, through your thigh, and then really engaging every muscle in your feet, your legs. You pull yourself up, drawing up with your hands, and then lowering down. So your beach ball between your hands, you're pressing this together. Your legs are engaged, you have strong snow legs. And you're breathing here. Really opening through your whole right front of your hip. Your glutes are engaged. Don't know if that was a gunshot in the distance. And these Swiss hills. I'm far from it though. And then moving into our warrior two. So take a moment to check your alignment. Left heel, arch of right foot. Check your back arm is even. Roll those shoulder blades down and take your gaze over your middle finger. Inhale your spine long, open through the chest. And then exhale, really dropping deep into this. Noticing your breathing. Noticing your heart. Always feel free to move in these poses too, if you want to move deeper into them, if you need to come further out. Just wherever you're at, it's your practice. It's where you want to be. And inhaling down into our side angle pose, taking your gaze towards your armpit or up high, and then really pressing through the outer edge of your right foot into the mat, all the way along your right leg, opening through this hip, opening through your rib cage, your armpit, and then dropping down into this left thigh. Not much weight on this left arm. Breathing deep. And then inhaling back into the peaceful warrior. Your arm comes overhead and really extend through this left arm, feeling that opening through the side of your ribs. Really take your focus to your breath coming into this lung. And then inhaling yourself up, cartwheeling those hands down, plant them firmly on either side of that foot, and then slowly slide that foot back and come to rest in plank. Now hold on to this plank, breathing deep, really pressing through the back of your legs, and then lowering your knees, chest, chin, gaze forward, elbows tucked in tight, and inhale yourself up. And exhale, pressing back into your down dog. Now I'm just going to turn myself around so you stay in your down dog. And just remember, throughout this flow, you can rest at any time in your down dog. or you can come to rest in child's pose. So what we will do in our flow is we will take one breath for each of our poses. And I will guide you through this. And then for the last round, I will just say their breath and you can move through the poses. So we'll take 3 rounds of this. So just steadying your breath. Inhaling your right leg high. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, right leg forward between your hands, arms up. As soon as the hands touch, exhaling into your warrior 2 pose. Inhaling to your side angle. And exhaling back into your peaceful warrior. And then inhaling, cartwheeling the arms down, coming through your chaturanga. So take your knees, chest, chin, inhaling up into your gentle cobra, exhaling, heels and sit bones meet, and then draw yourself up into your down dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, left foot forward between your hands, arms overhead. As soon as the hands touch, exhaling into your warrior 2. You can see my back just releasing those shoulder blades down. Inhaling into the side angle pose. And then exhaling into your peaceful warrior. And then cartwheeling those arms down. Taking a chaturanga. You can take a full chaturanga if you like here. And inhaling yourself up. If you've practiced this before. And then pressing back into your down dog. Inhale your right foot high. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, right foot between hands, high runner's lunge. Hands touch, exhaling into your warrior 2. Inhale into side angle. Exhale into your peaceful warrior. And then cartwheeling those arms down, either taking yourself to knees, chest, chin, gentle cobra, back into your down dog, or you can move through your chaturanga. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, left foot between your hands, arms up. As soon as they touch, moving into your warrior 2. Inhaling into your side angle. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Slide that right arm down your leg. Inhaling, cartwheeling those hands down into your chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, into your gentle cobra. Exhaling back into down dog. So inhale, right leg high. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, step that right foot forward. Arms up. As soon as they touch, warrior 2. Inhaling, side angle. Exhale, bringing that hand overhead. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheeling those arms down. Taking your version of your chaturanga. pressing back into down dog. Last one. I'll just tell you the breath. Inhale, exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, chaturanga. Pressing back into your child's pose. You can either take wide-legged child's pose with your forehead to the mat, tuck your chin, arms stretched forward here, really pressing through your palms into the mat, and then just relaxing everything down. Slowly rising up, drag your hands along the mat with intention. We're going to come and work on a balancing postures now. These are obviously not just great for balance, but they're also really, really powerful for the fine twitch muscles in your feet and in your ankles. So if you have any ankle or feet issues, you want to sort them out before the season started, really focus on these balancing postures. Just finding a good spot to balance on here. And so coming into our mountain pose, Tadasana, toes together, heels apart, drawing up through these thighs. These are your powerhouse areas. Through here, right through here, this is what is going to stop you from any injuries through any of these areas. So lifting that left foot up and drawing it forward, hugging it in towards your chest, just rotating that ankle, hearing all the crunches. And then you can either stay here, or if you've never done any of these before, take your foot to here, or if you'd like to come into the full tree, draw that left foot into the thigh. And sometimes it takes a bit of adjusting with your equipment to get here. And then the key to maintaining this is having a good focus somewhere in the distance, and also making sure that your standing leg is really engaged and strong and drawing up. So just keep your hands at your chest today. We'll move into more complex versions of this at a later date. Eyes closed, arms high. But for now, let's just focus on this. Really draw out through that left knee. And we can, if you want to move your arms around a little bit, you can. We are a tree, trees move. And then bringing it back down. Just taking a moment to get some movement back into these toes. Coming back into Tadasana, big toes together, just lifting up the left toe, right toe, really engaging the arches, and then coming onto your left side. Draw that knee in first towards you, rotate your right ankle, and then you can either take that foot to your calf, or if you want to, bringing it right up into your thigh. Again, keeping your gaze fixed on somewhere ahead of you, palms together. You'll find that on some days you really wobble, and on other days you don't wobble at all. This can be a reflection of your mind. So just be kind to yourself, and when you're ready, just come out of this one. Help your leg along if you like, then just rock back and forwards. We're going to give our toes a bit of love now, just rotating them round here, and then take the other toe. Just give them a bit of TLC. Our toes don't get too much love. Coming back with our weight onto our right foot, we're going to take eagle pose this time. So we bring that left leg up towards you again, draw those shoulder blades together, really open through the chest, and then wrap that foot around the back of your right calf. Bring your arms out to the side, and then in front, bring your left arm underneath. Draw those elbows up as you really come to fold forward. And this is just such a lovely pose for elongating all of those vertebrae in the spine. You're really tucking forwards, drawing your abdomen in. And when you're ready, slowly rising back out and unraveling, and then bringing your arms down. Again, bringing movement into your feet, your toes. Bring your weight onto your left foot. Draw that right knee in again, and bring that right foot to wrap around that left calf. You kind of inch around the calf, then bring your arms out to the side, and this time your right arm comes underneath. Bring your little palms together and folding forward, tucking right in here. Bring your mind's eye to your abdomen. Doing a lot of work today on the whole back of our legs, the back of our body, opening, strengthening, lengthening, inhaling yourself back up, and then coming back down. Then coming down to our mat. Bring your feet around to the side. Feet out in front of you. We know this position now. It's a beautiful spinal rotation. So draw that knee towards you. Take your right arm out in front. Wrap your hand around, and then take your left hand around to meet the other. Use a sock or a flannel or a strap, and just draw that knee in towards your armpit. Keep this left leg engaged, really focusing on those toes, and then taking your gaze low down over to this left side. Just feeling that opening between your shoulder blades. And inhaling your head back towards the front, and slowly unlocking your hands, bringing them forwards, switching out your feet, drawing that left foot in, bringing your left arm forwards, wrapping this around this left leg, and taking a hold of that hand drawing that knee in towards your armpit, and then slowly rotating your head around till your gaze is towards the back right hand side of your mat. And on your next inhalation, bringing your gaze to the right hand side, unravel your arms, taking your legs out in front, knees bent, arms up above you on an inhalation, and then laying your rib cage onto your thighs and grasping hold of your toes, drawing them back towards you, and keeping your legs as bent as you need them to be. There's absolutely no reason that people need to keep their legs straight here to touch their toes. It's not a competition. It's just your practice that you make suit you. So wherever your thighs and rib cage stay joined together with comfort, you come to rest here, and then you close your eyes and just breathe deep, breathing into your back ribs here, into your lungs, really expanding the back of your lungs here. Keeping your gaze soft over your toes, the back of your neck is long. And then for your last few breaths, just dropping your forehead, really relaxing into this. And then as you inhale, drawing forwards with your hands and coming to bring your hands down beside you. One last little bit of work before we lie down for our relaxation. Coming into a comfortable position. You can rest your hands here. I don't know if anyone would call this comfortable, but don't have any strain on your neck, or don't let there be any strain in any of this region or your lower back. Your abdomen here is really doing the work. So you can keep your feet flexed or your toes pointed, whichever is most comfortable for you. And then we can bring our arms up and just pause here. Deep inhalation and exhalation, and you can either stay where you are here, or you can slowly elongate one leg and draw it back in, and then the other leg and draw it back in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come to pause and gently pulsing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then lowering slowly down to where it's comfortable, and pause here, and then lower all the way to your mat, relaxing into your mat, really feeling your whole body heavy on the mat. Then draw your right knee into your chest, hug across the front of your shin tight with your hands, take your right leg across the left side of your body, take your right arm over to the right side. Now the tendency here is for people to put something under the knee if you are not reaching the ground. But what's actually really nice is to put some form of support underneath your extended arm, and then it allows you to really open that hip region and drop through with your weight. Your hand is the only weight on your knee, and your foot falling to the earth. Take your gaze to the right side. Just breathing deep. Then inhaling that knee back to center, hug it in tight, extend long, draw the left knee in towards your chest, crossing that across the body to the right side, again taking something underneath your left arm. If your knee doesn't quite reach the earth, you can use your cushion or a block. And taking your gaze over to the left side. Close your eyes, just relax. Even though this has been a shorter practice, we've still worked in the same fashion. You've worked on your fascia. You've broken down cells with memory, both physical and mental memory. You've increased your heart rate. Your lungs have been working. And now it's time for your nervous system to really reap the maximum of all these benefits in Shavasana. So bringing your knee into center, draw it in close to you, and then take your legs down, just relaxing into the ground. Even though today's practice has been shorter than usual, it's been equally as dynamic. We've had an aerobic workout. Your muscles are really strengthening. We've broken down more cellular memory in the fascia, getting rid of old injuries, mental injuries, physical injuries. And now it's time for the nervous system to really rest in Shavasana. So for your Shavasana, either take it by yourself for the next 5 minutes, or you can go through to my Shavasana, which is a guided 10-minute Shavasana. Either way, this is the most important part of your practice. So thank you for joining me today. Namaste.